All right. Well, we're supposed to be live now. We'll just have to wait and see. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sheila Karuna. Welcome to New Light Streaming Love. If you're watching this live, it is on New Light Streaming Love. If you are seeing this on Sassy Seer Sheila, it has been recorded. Today is Wednesday, August the 13th, 2025, and I'm distracted because something weird just happened and I'm not quite sure what happened there, but wow. Okay, so I felt to come and have a quick energy read of today. Yesterday, oh my gosh, yesterday was so heavy for me. I don't know what was taking place on the planet, to be honest, but it felt like a more than just an energetic weight, but that it was so heavy. I was having a really tough time breathing yesterday. Now, I have been having a bit of more distress than usual. Part of that is my state of health, my dehydration level, and that sort of thing. Um, However, it was really tough yesterday, all day, and so just wanted to come here and do a little quick energy read. Also wanted to share with you guys, there's a lot happening, both energetically and physically on the world stage. I have this sense that there's a lot of movement. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the very first cards I was nudged to grab were my surrender deck, and it's surrender to the wisdom of your body and listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. And that's just so interesting because I was sitting here telling you that yesterday I felt very heavy. The everything felt very heavy, and my body was having a really tough time just keeping up. So that's very interesting to me. Hmm. At any rate, I know that, especially if you have been a follower of this channel or me for any length of time, I have been saying for a long time that this or that is no longer supported. And of course, I see all sorts of puzzle pieces that reveal themselves in different ways, that would indicate that, oh, yeah, that's right. That kind of behavior is no longer supported. And there are some that would point to things and say, well, nothing's changed, nothing's any better. And I don't know, I tend to disagree just a little bit, because from my perspective, I see where there's an awful lot of shadow that's coming to a broader light, if you will. More and more and more folks who weren't looking at things like that, shadows, whether it be within themselves or in the world in general, more and more folks are looking at looking at that card number 17, her grace. Very interesting. I love the artwork of those cards because I really feel the multidimensionality of them, the cards themselves. So yesterday, for the first time, I was able to meet for a very short period of time with a very beautiful being who is also recording Jason's work. You can find her here on YouTube. Her name is Amber Fields. And we hope to do a conscious conversation at some point. So you'll want to be sure to be subscribed in both places. And honestly, I just recorded prior to this some of Jason's work that I have to wonder if it will not be seen on this channel. Let me just put that very clearly. I will not knowingly put something on New Light Streaming Love that could accidentally have it removed. Because Sassy Seer Sheila, which is my standalone channel, you see, New Light Streaming Love is a collaborative effort between myself, Crystal J. Hemphill, Lisa Flamino Rush, and sometimes Lori Feldman will join us as well, and others. Hopefully, as time goes on, we will be adding other folks to this channel. So I wouldn't want to do anything that could even potentially put this channel at risk. However, y'all who've been following me a while know that don't stop Sheila. So I just recorded something from Jason that I don't know, I feel it all over it that it has the potential. And so I highly recommend that you are subscribed to everything I have. So in the event that, because that video will not be shown here, I will not upload it to New Light Streaming Love because I don't want to put this channel at risk. So if you are not subscribed to Sassy Seer Sheila, I highly recommend that you do so. And all you got to do is youtube.com/Sassy Seer Sheila. All one word, all one, no spaces, no nothing. And that's pretty much the only way you'll find it, because they try to keep it hidden. That's my third channel, by the way. That's why I'm telling you this, because I said in that other video, Conscious Conversation Central was my first channel. I only had 2,000 subscribers, a little over 2,000, because I had started it in 2017 and they took it down because I violated their stuff. Good morning, sweetie heart. How are you? It's so good to see you, Quinn J. And of course, they took that down. And then I had another channel that I had already started. And so I just went over there and started. And it was called Karuna Rising. I didn't even get any warnings over there. Nope. No warnings whatsoever. No kind of, you're doing this wrong and you got to stop it. Nope. Just one morning I woke up and my channel was gone. They said I violated something, didn't even really tell me what, and took it down. So I have been on the radar really since the trial in 2017 that I was a part of covering. And those of you that followed Conscious Conversation Central know what I'm talking about. And all of that is very conspiracy theory oriented. And so I've been on a watch list and all that kind of thing for a very long time. But it goes deeper than that because it's about frequency. It's about what you carry. It's about the willingness to see. It goes beyond those conspiracies and into the truth of who we are. Because that is the most dangerous of all, is for you to learn exactly who and what you are. And as I've been on this journey of self-discovery of my own, and doing so quite out loud, that is the most dangerous. So we'll just have to see what all transpires. But as I said, I highly recommend that you be subscribed in both places. I am hoping to have another conversation with Jason shortly. Oh, looky who it is. Good morning, 32nd Gate. I know who that is. And you know, you have the number here if you want to jump in and join me. You always know you're welcome. For those of you who may not realize, there's 32nd Gate there is Crystal J. Hemphill, and she is a New Light Streaming Love team member. And I highly recommend that you click on that link and go and subscribe there too. As you're putting content out over there, aren't you? Okay, so which one of these wants to go first? You know what? I find it very interesting what happened here this morning, because as I said, I'm sitting here telling y'all about how yesterday was very difficult for me and my body. And we get surrender to the wisdom of your body. The very next card, it wasn't the very next card because the very next card was Her Grace. But the third card that came out was Physical. Okay. Oh, shorts mainly? Okay. Well, still, that's content. I love your shorts. So I highly recommend folks go and subscribe to that too, though, because if for some reason everything was taken down, at least over there, you might be able to hear something about where you can find me, because you just never know. So let me see what this one has to say with the alchemy elementals, because there is quite a bit going on the planet right now that seems to be affecting my physical. 107. That's an 8 numerologically. This is the physical pillar, what it says. And you see, I was talking about how it's all about frequency. Does that not scream frequency? It sure does to me. Quinn J said, I had a vision that your sun card is going to come up. Oh, well, that really could be a picture of the sun, if you ask me, Quinn J. When you pull the physical pillar card, it means the spirits are pointing your attention to your physical body. Okay, now, I've been getting that message for quite some time. And to the material aspects of your life. Take some time to feel what this card is showing you, which, Quinn J, by the way, the Sun card is all about health as well. Just so you know, that's how in tune you are. See how the cards relate to your diet, to the nutrients you're putting into your body. Consider your exercise regimen and what kind of movement will best serve your body for where you are at right now. Take a look at your sleep regimen, your digital hygiene. How much time are you on any digital device, and your self care routine? Are you getting enough rest? Are you getting enough touch? Are you honoring your sacred attention and the ways you're managing your screens? But this pillar isn't just about your physical body. The spirits are also guiding you to contemplate how the cards relate to your home life and your material reality in general. What do the elementals have to say about your career, your friends, your finances, your family, and your community? When was the last time you had your car serviced? How about your home? Are there repairs that you've been putting off? Are there upgrades you've been wanting to make? This card is inviting you to take stock of your physical reality and to consider the other cards, if you pulled some, in your spread in this perspective. Well, the fact that both of these cards are pointing to my physical, the fact that my body is screaming even right now. Quinn J said, most exactly, I've been dealing with and helping certain weight and health related issues lately. Yep. Well, actually, I'm really not very surprised that this came up for me because some time ago, I lost my Kangen machine. And I'm very clear now. I've been clear for a long time about what hydration, how important. It's the foundation for the human vessel. And I've not had a good record of in the last, well, I want to say 3 years now of keeping myself hydrated. And unfortunately, it's an accumulated thing. It's the vital organs that require that water. And you would think, because I did educate myself on it, that I would be the one to make certain that I was hydrated enough. Now, I don't know what it is that the little me is playing at here. I realized the reason why I had stopped drinking it because the machine, there was a problem with it and we weren't aware of it. That is being rectified right now, actually. Our new machine will be up by this weekend, I hope. I've been told by my son that he will be here to take care of that for us on Saturday. And so hopefully there'll be some much needed improvement by that. Quinn J said oh yeah, that's right. I already read that. So the second card actually that came out. And so I want to make sure I look at these cards just like this one said, with an eye to a perspective of my physical vessel, my reality around me. So, that being said, this one is Her Grace. The goddess is awakening within your life. It may be within your own body, within a sensual deepening of relationship with your own body, or with the body of another, through expanding creativity, a sudden burst of feeling that you cannot logically explain, a desire to move, to dance, to express yourself, to sing, to write music, to draw, to play in nature, to swim, and to collect shells and Lie on your back in the moonlight, gazing at the stars. Let her reach you. She is calling to you from ancient times, calling you to allow her more deeply into your life. Celebrate the divine feminine. She is coming to life for you. Whether man or woman, your life is about to be touched by her magic, never to be the same again. This oracle brings you a message. There is a woman who brings divine blessings into your life who is trying to connect with you more deeply. This blessing may be one that is obvious or one that is hidden in a challenge. The woman may be your own body if you are female, or your own inner feminine if you are male. It may be a spiritual or physical being, the great mother, your lover, your sister, or your dearest friend. It may be a woman as yet unknown to you, but who holds a soul contract with you. Okay, now this is very interesting because just now, as I was reading that, I'm feeling a lightness of my chest, like some of the weight that I've been feeling on my chest is easing. So that's kind of interesting there. It may be a woman as yet unknown to you, but who holds a soul contract with you, an agreement predestined to awaken you. The empowerment will come to you not by rejecting what is offered by this feminine presence, but by embracing it and finding your truth through it. This is exciting because it means you are growing. You are entering into the feminine temples of wisdom and finding a home there. Well, I know that I've been more in my masculine my entire life than my feminine. That is something I am quite aware of. I had to be that way in order to survive in my life. So I've never embraced, I mean, I've always loved being a woman, but I've never truly embraced the femininity within. Crystal, would you say that that's partly why um, the Morrigan and that entire dark feminine surrounds me? Uh, I'm being shown that there's a little like poem type deal here. I was born long before our time, and yet my time with you is something new. For you awaken in me a spirit that was longing for release, waiting for your touch. I thought I was safe to stay inside the boundaries and walls I carried with me. You touched all of me, and we walked outside the lines together. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, wow. And I just now realized something. This card was on page 107, which is an 8 numerologically. This card is card 17, which is an 8 numerologically. 8 is all about the physical manifestation, materialization of things. 8 is the upward facing infinity symbol. It is, for me, all about pulling what's up here in the most expansive part of my consciousness down into my vessel, and then resurfacing, going deep in, and then resurfacing and going back up for more as my psyche can handle it. So I'm showing myself something huge here, I feel. Okay. Well, we shall have to see. Yes, pushing you or challenging you to honor parts of yourself you may not have integrated. I'm pretty sure that's exactly right. Well, hello, Justin. Welcome. Okay, so Faf the Footer showed himself here of the fairies, and he wants to go next. And he is card number, what is that? 4? Let me see. 8 and 5 is 13, right? Or yeah, 8 and 5 is 13. That's a 4 numerologically. So it's all about foundation. And the key words for Faf the Footer are being real, earthing, grounding, centering. Just as life is becoming surprising, exciting, and very interesting, though not necessarily fun, Faf the Footer Fungus Fairy comes along to check our feet. He picks up one foot in his remarkably strong hands and looks it over for fluff between the toes, or smelly fungi and dirty, untrimmed toenails. If he finds any of these signs of disrespect for our feet and for our Earth Mama, because walking on her with grubby feet, ooh, yuck, he marks them by making holes in our socks. Oh, that's funny because I found a hole in my sock this morning. That is very funny. Crystal said they are like mirrors of who you are yet to meet, I'd say. I love that. Thank you, Crystal. So he marks them by making holes in our socks. If things are really bad, he sends mice to eat our dancing shoes, so we will be forced to dance barefoot in the dewy meadows under the moon. If it happens that we have snow instead of dew, that is just our tough luck. Warning, Faf may have fungi on his fingers from somebody else's foot. And if our feet are not clean, both energetically and physically, the fungi are apt to take root. He leaves that foot in the air while he inspects the other foot, lifting it up as well. Having done his inspection job, he wanders off, leaving us standing there with both feet in the air and, Faf snickers, usually confused expressions on your faces. This is not a good position for a human to be in. This is a test. Repeat, this is a test. You have been warned. Oh boy. I would say that I'm being given every opportunity here. Okay. The test is to get both feet, back on terra firma. Do not try to do anything important or you attempt to do while standing on your feet in the air. It is not apt to work. If you're unlucky, it will work, but not at all the way you intend or hope. Breathe, ground, center. If you can't remember how, read Preparing for a Reading. Well, that's in this book. Maintain or recover by your sanity by staying earthed. Do this now. Important information is coming your way, but you can only receive it properly if your feet are on terra firma and your head is well connected to the rest of your body. Well, that's really interesting given these other cards. Wow. Okay. The last card that I have here for us is from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. It's card number 43, Overflow. And the key words to this are overwhelm and plenty. Let's see. As card number 43, that is a 7. So all these cards, we have 4, 7, and 2 8s. Foundation, divine, and materialization. That's very interesting. Wow, I really like that card. Talk about earthing and so overflow. Too much, overwhelm, and plenty. So many good things are headed your way or already occurring in your life right now. Yet you may be thinking that they're not possible or you're not worthy of them. Abundance is everyone's natural state before we project our restrictions on it, defining what it means, who has it, who gets it, and so forth. Right now, take yourself out of your conditioning and look at your life through the eyes of plenty. There is so much beauty and love, opportunities and divine synchronicities destined to support your dreams abound and are lined up for you. Yet it's sometimes difficult to discern it all because you're bombarded with too much information and stimulation, distracting you from the truth that all is well. Sometimes all this overflow can be overwhelming, and you may find yourself responding with empathy overload. Empathy overload occurs when you tune in to the collective angst and fear about impending changes and uncertainties. Now, I know this is a direct message to me. I started this whole reading by saying that there was so much going on out there. And I am already well aware that and it's been said to me by a couple of viewers actually too that have noticed this, that I feel the collective pretty heavily, sometimes even when I don't even realize it. And I feel like that's exactly what this is saying here. Empathy overload occurs when you tune into the collective angst and fear about impending changes and uncertainties. It's unmanageable. You feel like you're drowning in those emotions. It's time to, like I said, I feel my chest has eased and it's gotten easier and less heavy just doing this reading. It's time to allow yourself to detach. Bring yourself back to your life. Restore your faith in a power greater than you and remind yourself to focus on your smaller, personal universe, which is much easier to manage. In this way, you know that you are a conduit for life's blessings and can share them with others, making this perception of overflow profoundly positive. Well, that is true. Wow, I didn't even realize. Like I said, that's not something I set out to do ever. I always instead look around at what I'm doing wrong to cause, okay, what am I doing to cause this now? Because I try to keep it all right here with me because it starts right here. Anytime anytime anyone ever wants to point out there, they need to remember that there's a whole bunch of fingers pointing right back here to you. And there's a reason that they tell us, if you're on a plane, to put your oxygen mask on yourself first, because we cannot give what we do not have. It's an impossibility. And so I know, like I said, I know better than most. Wow, this has been a very clear reading for me. There are some things that I know, I'm not going to make excuses. I know I've been neglecting my physicality. I just know that. And I can't do that anymore. Not if I'm, got any idea about hanging around here. Because this body has already been through enough torture. Over 20 surgeries. I lost count. After 20, I stopped counting. It was too hard to keep up with because I was having anywhere from 2 to 3 a week while I was in the hospital, those 3 months for one clip. And yeah. So between all of that and all the pharmaceuticals that they had me on for all those years that I lay at death's door, this body has already been through the ringer. And so if I expect it to hang around, I really have to do something a little bit different. And so, yeah. Well, I hope if you were drawn here today that you know there was something here for you. That's the way I operate. I feel as though maybe not the entire reading, but something here was also for you, or you wouldn't have been drawn to come here. I don't make announcements and I never tell anybody exactly when or where I'm going to do something, usually not for these sorts of readings. And so that's the way I look at things in my life. And you may not look at that way, but I have a feeling that there was something here for you. Just to reiterate, because I see there are 6 of you here now, if you are not subscribed to New Light Streaming Love and to Sassy Seer Sheila and to Conscious Conversation Central over on Rumble, I highly recommend that you be subscribed in all of those places. I am going to be uploading one of Jason's writings later on today that very well could be, it will not be seen here on New Light Streaming Love. I'm going to tell you that right up front. I will not upload it here because I will not put New Light Streaming Love in danger. It may, I don't know. We'll have to see if it will squeak through or not. And over on Sassy Seer Sheila. But because of my history with YouTube and the man, I don't know. So make sure you're subscribed in all those places if you want to keep up with me and you really want to know what's going on. Make sure to send me an email, consciousconversationcentral@gmail.com, and put mailing list in the subject line. And I'll make sure that if it gets taken down again, you will be notified this time. I've said that before, and I haven't emailed anybody, and I would never sell or give away your email addresses to anybody, and you won't receive any information from me unless they take my channel down. So at any rate, that's it for me today. For now, I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I hope that you will move towards that which brings you joy in each moment that presents itself to you. And if you aren't feeling particularly joyous, maybe give yourself a few minutes step out of your perspective and see if you can. There's always more than one way to see a thing, to go about things. When we lock ourselves into, no, this is the only thing, this is the only way. Okay, well, that is a choice. And for me, especially over these last, well, almost 10 years now. Well, actually, it is. It's 11 years, really, since I started getting my health back and I started moving towards the truth of who I am. I very clearly see that there's always another perspective, always another way. Until we meet again, mwah, be well.